Today, let's talk about something that's quietly draining your energy. It's something that so many of my clients come to me feeling. Even if they can't quite put it into words, is that heavy, confusing feeling of being stuck in life. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not doing anything wrong. In fact, on paper, you might be doing everything just right. Maybe you're meditating. You're reading the right books. You have been setting goals, listening to podcasts, journaling, or maybe you have even tried using visualization techniques or affirmations. And still, things feel stagnant. The progress you long for, emotionally, spiritually, even practically, simply doesn't seem to be happening. You start to wonder, what's the reason behind this state? Maybe you're not trying hard enough. Or maybe you're just not meant for the growth you're seeking. But let me tell you something, dear friends. I have seen time and time again, from family, from friends and clients, and of course from my personal experience, that the feeling of being stuck is not a reflection of failure. It's a signal. It's a deeply rooted signal coming from within. When you're stuck in your life, it's not because you're not doing enough. It's usually because there is a deeper, more hidden part inside you that yet doesn't feel safe to move forward. You may consciously want change. You may be striving for success, healing, or transformation. But your subconscious mind, which drives up to 95% of your daily behavior, might still be associating progress with struggle and pain. Maybe you once reached for something you really wanted. You got rejected and felt hurt. Maybe you had to learn early on that being visible or different would mean that you would be judged, severely criticized, or even discriminated. Or maybe you were told in direct or more subtle ways that failure isn't allowed. Or worse, that you were a failure. And now, even though you have grown up, even though you know that there is more potential inside you, that same protective mechanism is still active. That's why you can wake up with the best intentions and all the motivation in the world, only to second guess yourself, procrastinate, or self-sabotage by midday. That's why you start new projects and dive into new endeavors, but rarely finish them. And the worst part, you keep blaming yourself for that. But what if it's not your fault? What if those self-defending patterns aren't signs of weakness, but a sign that something inside you is trying to protect you from potential danger? See, your mind doesn't care about your goals. It only cares about your safety. That's why if any part of you believes that changing your life will lead to rejection, judgment, failure, or loss, it will quietly resist no matter how badly your conscious mind wants a change. But it doesn't resist by yelling. It resists by repetitive thoughts such as, what if I'm not ready yet? I probably won't follow through anyway. It's already too late for me. Or, what if I succeed, then other people expect too much from me? See, those thoughts aren't random. They're deeply rooted in subconscious beliefs, formed long ago, usually since childhood. Beliefs that once made sense in a different time, in a different environment. But now, all that these beliefs do is that they keep you locked in place. They're not your truth. They're not who you are. They're simply outdated strategies for staying safe, but at the cost of living beneath your potential. And once you learn to recognize those inner protectors, something inside you starts to shift. You stop fighting yourself. You stop trying to bulldoze over that resistance with force. Instead, you meet yourself with self-respect, love, and compassion. You listen to the fear rather than suppress it. You witness the doubt rather than shame it. That's where real transformation begins. From that place of gentle awareness, a new possibility opens. You can offer those inner parts a new evidence, a new support, and a new direction. And you can show them that it's safe to grow, safe to move forward, and safe to be seen. So, dear friends, I would like to invite you into a deeper kind of inquiry. One that starts the process of unwinding the stuckness in your life at its core. Now, I invite you to ask yourself those questions and reflect. What part of me still believes that it's safer to stay stuck than to risk change? Where did I first get the message that moving forward is dangerous? What would my life feel like if I no longer had to earn safety through self-sacrifice, overthinking, and hiding? Pause with those questions. Sit with them, write them down, then let whatever comes up arrive without judging it. Heads up, dear friends, you don't have to fix everything at once. This is a clear sign that it's time for you to begin a new chapter of your life. That it's time to establish a stronger and healthier relationship with yourself. One where clarity and self-awareness replace blame, and where open-mindedness replaces self-restriction. This is where your true power returns. This is where the stuckness begins to soften and release. And this is where your transformation truly begins, by opening your life to new horizons. Because the moment you stop trying to force your way out and instead turn inward with acceptance, self-respect, compassion, and love, you're no longer trapped by your old beliefs. You're ready to start growing, to start moving forward towards the best version of yourself, where you're the leader of your own life, and where you're becoming truly aligned with who you truly are.